Chapter 7. Charity rose from her chair, looking shocked, then turned toward Leah. I'm sure Papa was in a hurry, she stammered. Leah felt her cheeks begin to burn. Mr. Longhager had snubbed her on purpose. Maybe I should go. No, Leah, I know Papa didn't mean to offend you. Ever since Rebecca's accident, Charity didn't finish the sentence. Please don't take offense, she said. Before Leah could respond, Mr. Longhager swept back into the kitchen, his wife on his heels. Hello, Leah, the man said stiffly. Hello, sir, Leah answered, her heart pounding. She saw Ethan slip into the room through a different door. I saw your car parked in my yard, Jacob said. I thought something might have happened. I'm only visiting for a few days, Leah told him. I'm staying in town with a friend. Would you like some tea, Jacob? Tilly asked. No, I have things to do in the barn. He turned to Ethan, and the look that passed between them made Leah's stomach knot. You will come to the barn before you leave, Mr. Longacre said. It wasn't a request. I will come, Ethan answered, his expression grim. Have a nice visit, Mr. Longacre said, in Leah's general direction. In another second he was out the door, shutting it firmly behind him. Tilly stepped forward and took Leah's hands in hers. It is good to see you, Leah. Rebecca spoke of you often. You were a favorite of hers. Tears sprang in Leah's eyes. Thank you. She was a favorite of mine, too. Will you have more tea? Tilly asked, looking inside the teapot. No, thank you. I really should get back to town to spend some time with my friend. I will walk you to the car, Ethan said. Once outside, Leah asked, Aren't you coming with me? I must go see Papa. He didn't look happy about it. I'll wait for you. No, do not wait. But before you go, walk with me into the woods. Ethan took her gloved hands in his. Leah understood. Ethan needed to collect himself, and the woods on the back portion of the property where he usually went to find solace. She took a deep breath. She had not been there since the day of Rebecca's funeral, but once surrounded by the towering trees and whispering pine needles, her heart felt more at ease. I'm sorry I upset your father, she said. It's not you, Leah. It is me who displeases him. But you're taking your fling. I think he was certain that I had gotten over my fling by the end of last summer. I have told you how Pa does not like me to run with Jonah and his crowd. Or date English girls, Leah said. I am mixed up, Leah. Ethan turned to face her. I have tried to care for another, but I could not get you out of my mind, or my heart. Leah felt a pang of jealousy. She didn't want him to care for another. She wanted to be the only girl in his life. I wanted to talk to you 100 times these past few months, she confessed. What with Neil and all? Is he better? He seems to be on the mend for now. I really like Neil, Ethan. I do not know what Mom and I would do if something happened to him, especially Mom. She and Neil got on really well together. I've seen her happier. I've never seen her happier. But this has really messed things up for all of us. I'm sorry about all your family is going through, Leah, but you are well, and this makes me happy. I hope you're right. His expression sobered. Did you not have a good checkup when you last went for tests? Ethan had gone with Leah to her doctor's appointment during the summer, and her mother had accompanied her to the fall appointment. So far, so good, but who's to say it can't all blow up in my face? Neil thought he was finished with cancer, too, and look what happened to him. But an angel touched you, Ethan reminded her. That's what you and Neil and I think, but Mom and my doctors don't believe it. Mom thinks it was a misdiagnosis, and Dr. Thomas calls it spontaneous remission. I wish I could talk to Gabriella face to face and ask her once and for all. You must have faith, Ethan said. Don't you think I'm trying to have faith? But every time I feel as if I do, something terrible happens. Rebecca dies, Neil gets sick. I just don't get it. Why do terrible things happen to nice people? Doesn't it make you mad about Rebecca? Ethan put his arms around Leah and rested his chin on her head. It makes me very sad. I do not know the answers to your questions. Leah, I do not know where to go get the answers. All my life I grew up going to church, believing the things I was told. I accepted Amish ways, even when they did not make sense to me. Yet today my sister is dead and my brother Eli is gone. The mention of his older brother made Leah pull back and study Ethan's face. He looked tormented. Ethan, I'm sorry. Let's forget all this serious stuff and think about this whole week of being together and having fun. He smiled. This is a good suggestion. Right this moment I want to think about kissing you. Leah rose on her tiptoes. Why think about it? He lowered his mouth to hers. Around them huge, fat, wet snowflakes began to fall. Leah left Ethan at the farm and returned to Kathy's. She found Kathy in her room organizing her clothes closet. I'm trying to see if my new stuff works with any of my old stuff, Kathy explained. She shut the door. How's your boyfriend? Is the magic still there? More than ever. Gee, Leah, liking an Amish guy is risky. They stick to their own kind. Not always, Leah said defensively. Actually, Ethan's brother left the community, she confided. Kathy didn't seem impressed. Just watch out. Don't get hurt. I don't plan on getting hurt. Ethan may not know a lot about English ways, but he's the kindest, nicest guy I've ever met. The guys back home are such losers compared to him. But this is his world, Leah. How would he fit into yours? How would he get along with your regular friends? Picture him with your crowd. Kathy had a point. Up until now, Leah had only been with Ethan in his hometown, in his Amish world. In the first place, I don't hang out with any special group at my school. For that matter, I don't care to. Except for my friend Sherry, I'm not close to anyone. I'm just not interested in any of their little cliques. I know what you mean. Sometimes high school is just so lame. College will be my big breakout. Kathy grew thoughtful. Still, she said, hooking up with an Amish guy may not be the smartest thing you can do. Amish don't fit anywhere but in their small world, Leah. I don't care, Leah said stubbornly. Ethan is the only guy I want in my life, period. Kathy shrugged. Then good luck, girl. Ethan caught a bus to Kathy's, and after supper, Leah drove the two of them back to Jonah's. Ethan was quiet, almost withdrawn during the short drive, making Leah realize that things had not gone well between him and his father. Do you still want to go to the party? She asked, half wishing he'd say no. Yes, Ethan said. I want us to have a good time tonight. I want to show you off to everyone there. The party was in full swing. Ethan headed toward the kitchen for a snack, leaving Leah alone for a moment. From the corner of her eye, Leah saw Martha dancing with a lanky, dark-haired guy. She was dressed in tight jeans and a fitted sweater, a far cry from the Amish clothing Leah had last seen her in at Rebecca's funeral. Martha walked over. Ethan said you'd be coming. She said above the wail of the music, It is good to see you. Leah didn't believe her, but she smiled anyway and said, It's good to be back. How have you been? Busy, Martha said. I have a job in town now. I work in a bakery selling Amish breads and making lunches for customers. Martha sounded pleased about her independence. Do you live in town too? Leah asked. I live at home. Jonah comes and picks me up and brings me into town to my job. The boy Martha had been dancing with came up beside her and slipped his arm around her waist. Let's dance. Leah smelled beer on his breath. Todd, this is Leah, Martha said. She's Ethan's girlfriend. Todd grinned, and Leah urged them. Go dance. As she watched them walk away, she noticed Todd shoved his hands into the back pocket of Martha's jeans. Leah realized she'd been introduced as Ethan's girlfriend. Did that mean Martha was relinquishing her claim on Ethan? Ethan returned with sodas. The music is too loud. Come with me. Leah followed him outside onto the balcony. Leah, there is something I want to ask you, Ethan said quietly. Instantly on alert at the tone of his voice, Leah said, Sure. Ask me anything. I want to see my brother Eli again. Please, will you help me find him?